Said it's easy. Loving you has always been easy because it's true. Someone would have told me you would come along to reveal my soul. Cause I was done with love, my heart had grown cold. You had good energy, exactly what I needed. You walked in my life and placed the joy where was needed. Not a mirage, what I feel for you. Put that on God, girl, I'm loving you. Said it's easy. It's easy to love. Easy to love you. Said it's easy. It's easy to love you. Easy to love you. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Loving you has always been easy cause you're beautiful. Loving you has always been wonderful. More than you'll ever know. We got good chemistry, go together like love says. Passion and care, we show one another top stars. The feelings I have for you, I ain't felt in so long. What we share together, baby, the bond is so strong. It's no facade of what I feel for you. But that, oh God, I got love for you. Yeah, said it's easy. It's easy to love. Said it's easy, oh, said it's easy, said it's easy, so easy to love you. Loving you has always been easy cause you're beautiful. Loving you, yeah, it's what I search my life to do. Yeah, yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah,
I brush the crown and you keep calling me. Give you some love and you want all of it. I'm out here working, nigga, get a grip. I'm just trying to touch a mill if you just wanna coexist. I say you clingy and you contradict. Give you my heart, you think it's counterfeit. Give you my word and you won't trust in it. What's the point of loving me if you don't know what trust is? I need the is you give now. Please don't back down on me. I know you've got the attention I need. Put your pride aside for me. Oh, cause I need that ease.
What's going on, people? Happy Wednesday. Welcome to the Kris the Critic Relationship Show. I am Kris the Critic, and today I am joined to my right by
Gina B.
and to my left by.
It's your boy B Foster.
So
Yeah.
wait a minute, people. If you don't know,
Now you know.
B Foster has a show right after this is hot called In the Zone. He was here a little early today, and I thought, why not get an expert on any and all things on our show? So
But since he couldn't get that person, he let me be on.
that's truthfully what happened.
right.
So
There we
our
go.
guests bailed, and we have B Foster, but he has some great opinions, and he can be kind of ignorant too. So look,
Oh,
So,
Look.
before we get into the show, I'd like to check the mood of the folks out there and you guys in here. Gina B, how was your week?
Week was good. I'm just working a lot.
Oh, you have the new job, making all that cash.
Yeah.
$25.
Yeah, it's $25 every other day. No, it's good. I'm just busy. I live in a very busy household with work.
Have you don't have kids in your house, so it's not that
No.
busy. So, have you guys set a date for the wedding?
Hell no.
As a relationship
not been
show.
working on it.
Hold on, let me put on my relationship hat and talk to my friend.
Oh, shit.
As a relationship
Here I go.
show host,
Uh-huh.
a date's an important thing.
Why?
Okay,
The relationship is the important thing.
I'll talk to you and your great, wonderful fiance. Because if you don't set a date, you gotta set a date. But you got a ring on.
What will
That's
happen
like
if I don't set a date?
You should just set a date.
Neither one of us is going anywhere.
That's
so
true. That's true. You've
it's
been there.
okay.
You've been there. before.
I'm not anxious to spend all that money.
That's true.
And then all these people think that they should be invited. This is the
That's
funny
a
part.
that's a whole show.
That's a whole nother show.
That's a
that
whole
is
show.
that I need to
You and I have had this
Destination wedding.
Exactly.
Oh my
What did I say?
God.
Did I?
Destination wedding.
Good
That's what
segue.
I should do because I'm going to
Be
tell
false.
you what it is.
You're married with a bunch of kids and all that stuff.
All that.
How was your week?
Week so far, so good, brother.
You never look stressed out.
Hey, I just came from the Soho house. I don't tend to be stressed out when I leave.
He had a
Soho.
couple already. We've only had 2 or 3. He's had 4 or 5.
Exactly.
Tonight's
What
show.
about you? What about your week?
You know what? My week was good.
Okay.
We had what did we do? Last weekend we had our neighborhood does a huge block club party thing. It was a good family outing. I have young kids, so it's a dance class. All girls. I don't know how that happened to me.
class?
We do a lot of that.
Oh, we know how it happens.
That's
The
what
motherfuckers
happened.
that have all girls.
Last time we let B False on the show. The week was good. I sell wine and spirits, so every day is a party. So look, this week, I feel, correct me if I'm wrong, there's some angst amongst dating. Specifically, since this is what's in it for the black people network. Amongst men and women, power struggle. So the title of this show, and I'm going to ask for some audience participation. If you have any questions, please shout them out. We try to keep track of them. Are we becoming superficial in relationships? And specifically, we'll focus on looks, money, and sex. So now.
In that order?
We'll do that. We'll do it in that order. So,
Is sex super?
that's fine. We'll do it in that order. So let me set it up, and then I'll ask my co-hosts some questions because they are experts in their own right. B False hosts a myriad of shows. If you haven't seen them,
Right.
a
lot of them.
Gina B has been doing any and everything relationships long before Kris the Critic started doing this. So we got some experts on the panel. So here's the setup. I want everybody, even though we're all young in spirit, I want you to go back to elementary school, if you can. Think about this. You see a girl, a guy that you like, your 5th grade, having a good conversation, it's going back and forth. You laugh together, you eat lunch together. And that is the age around where between 5th and 7th grade, some people start trying to throw it out there. Did we go together? At my school, we used to write each other's names on the folder. So,
Isn't that cute?
not that this happened to me, but imagine you're on a field trip and you've mustered up enough courage to say, well, maybe we should hang out or talk on the phone, or maybe you should go with me. I don't even know if people use that anymore.
I think that's deadly.
It is.
I think
And
it's
all of a
also-
sudden, I mean, the girl's cute, you all into it, and all of a sudden, Mr. Good looking, taller than you, dumber than you, walks by. She's enamored with him. Or he's, reverse for the girl, enamored with him. And all of a sudden, you go from thinking you're right there, the friend zone, she runs off, chasing him faster than a dog chases a ball. If that's happened to me, and
You got dumped for the cuter guy.
so
what happened?
I'm sitting here saying,
You're like,
that's
damn it.
messed up. He's stupid. He's not even smart. They have nothing in common. Does she know how dumb he is? And she's looking like, He is
don't
so
care.
good looking. It happens to us all, the best of us, right?
It does.
Now,
Ramar Evans, fuck you.
Was that
we
yours?
see your punk
Lamar,
ass.
that
We
was-
see your punk ass is on. No,
That's
seriously.
still my dude, but
So-
still fuck you.
All right, so look. Now, the sword cuts both ways.
Does.
So, he's over there now talking to the girl who ran off. And you sitting there salty. And all of a sudden, young Holly Berry-esque walks by. And because he's not that bright, he just goes following it. So the question is, people ask, are men more superficial or women? Personally, from this relationship host viewpoint, it's a toss-up. But we're not only going to talk about those and why, because I think that is, I think it works against a fruitful relationship. And I know that there's some women out, I don't want to sound chauvinist. I don't want the femininity coming
Not
after me.
you.
Listen, I don't want
You
somebody
lead with that.
because the first thing some girls out there, well, I gotta like how he looked. I didn't say anybody had to be butt ugly. Okay, we are starting off on looks, so hold that remark until you hear something. So, Gina B, it is a little warm in the studio.
It is warm in the studio. This is why we don't wear. See, if people wonder why we don't wear sleeves in here, it's because it's Africa hot up
Exactly.
in this bitch. Like
So-
it is so hot. Anyway,
Gina B, first question
Yeah.
is to you.
yes, what
You
you
think
got?
about it's a two-parter.
A twofer.
It's a twofer.
So excited.
She loves getting those, fellas.
Isn't he funny?
So,
The
what
thoughts of
she's-
Kris the Critic do not always apply to his
I'm
host.
just like, what is happening right now?
so Gina B, two-part question.
Yes.
How important? Are women or men more picky? And how important do you think looks are in a relationship? B. Foster, answer this soon.
So I don't know if women or men are more picky because it depends on the woman or the man. If a woman is if a man is enlightened, let's just say,
Enlightened.
Yeah.
Not endowed.
Oh,
Enlightened. Brian says.
Brian's like,
what?
please tell me what that means. No, I mean, there are some brothers that are like, okay, here is the balance between, the woman that people chase and, the tire chasers, right? Like, so.
Did you say tire chasers?
I did. I should have said that.
Let me write that down. I've never heard of that.
No. Okay. So, and so, they know that if you find someone with substance and they look good, it's like, it's a good package, right? As opposed to just chasing the fine dumb chick.
Right.
Guys that strike that balance. There are women who are like, oh, he fine, girl. And those are the ones that end up giving their paycheck over to some dude who happens to be cute.
That happens way too often.
That happens way too often. So I'm saying that like there's superficiality in both sexes.
I
can't say
agree
this
with
is
that.
a sex link trait.
I agree with
That's
that.
my point.
So, I agree with you.
Yeah.
So, how important do you feel looks are in a relationship?
Here's what's interesting. Having dated a lot of attractive men,
Her fiance is really attractive.
my fiance is a cutie pie.
No homo.
But
No homo.
but
Sorry to the
but
LGBT.
I've dated I've dated a lot of cute guys. I mean, honestly, I have. But when they start like acting up, the looks sort of fade, and people. But he's fine. But he's an asshole. But he's.
Do you
fine,
mean
but he's
that, or
an
you just
asshole.
saying that because
And
now
let me
you're
tell you-
happily
but
engaged?
Let me tell you what really pisses you off though.
What?
When you say, all right, maybe looks don't matter. Maybe I'll give this guy a chance who I would not normally
still an
date.
asshole.
And he's an asshole too?
And when he's an asshole, that
Then you're
gets
like,
you
fuck
closer
it.
to your inner homicidal maniac. It's like, I didn't want to date your ass to begin with. So I sort of feel like you should date who you think is cute because they're all going to do something that's
Well,
going to piss you off. And you'll be much happier if you could look at the guy and think, okay, but he's kind of cute.
I don't know if I agree with that, but I say something. I have 3 daughters.
Okay.
I say something along those lines to all of them. I say men are fairly simple creatures.
They are.
Just because a man is wealthy doesn't mean he's an a-hole, and just because a man is broke doesn't mean he's full of virtue and value.
Right.
So pick one with some money. That's what I say.
Well, I mean, it's men are simple, right, Chris? With it's
Your
the
turn.
3 F's.
I want to go ahead. Right, there you go. Give it to him. False.
Feed me,
Right.
fuck me, shut the fuck up. That's all we really want.
Wow.
I was not expecting that.
I wasn't expecting that either.
Shut the fuck up.
Hold on. I'm gonna write that one.
Not all the time, just the appropriate times. If I'm watching the game It's 2 minutes left. Game 7 of the NBA Finals. Don't come in telling me about your day. And to be honest, in this moment, I don't give a fuck. In 5 minutes, I will.
Exactly.
Timing is everything.
Timing
is
is
your
everything.
Point. Yep.
But let me circle back to the original question. I'm gonna divert this a little bit.
Do your thing.
And I'm gonna tell you why men are the way they are and why we are so superficial at heart.
Okay.
Kris was saying earlier, we're in the elementary school. Cute guy walks by, girl leaves you, right? Generally, that cute guy is older and has things you don't have. So if you're in 5th, 6th grade, he's probably an 8th grader, right? Taller, more athletic, voice done changed, maybe got a couple of chin hairs or some shit. You're like, all right, bet, cool, I get that. When I'm in 8th grade, it's my turn. You get to 8th grade, then it's the high school cat. He got a Letterman's jacket.
Unless you go
He's
out with the
doing
6th
that.
graders.
Stop it.
He is, though.
Okay.
Or he's talking to he's a sophomore in high school. He's talking to 8th graders. You're like, damn, high school, motherfucker. All right, high school. That's my time to shine. Freshman, sophomore year, they ain't messing with you. They messing with the seniors. They messing with the dudes with the cars, blah, blah, blah. Senior year, it's going to be my time to shine.
Now it's the college boys.
You hear what I'm saying. Then you
do.
get to college, and it's the frat dudes, and it's the basketball team, and the football team. So by the time you about 2021, we have been broken-hearted for 8-9 solid years. Broken-hearted, crushed, dejected, rejected. Now, we're fucked up.
Is that the defense that we're
I'm just telling you where the seed is planted of
That's what we're
men's
doing.
fucked up to dude. That's all I'm saying.
Okay.
Well,
I don't think that any of you are really having problems. Like, you know, the college guy or the high school guy or the whatever guy, they weren't taking all the women.
No, they were just taking the top choice.
Here's where I am going to sort of side with be false. I'm gonna give the answer to the test. All right.
Go for it.
When it comes to looks, and I'm shooting this out to Kay Allen, who said, I read the comments. It took me a while to learn how to even see the comments. She said, men are way more superficial. I'm going to say that is flat out wrong. It's the opposite. Women, when it comes to looks, are way more superficial. It should be men, since we are visual creatures, but it's so whacked and messed up now, and let me tell you why. All right? We, unfortunately, have to learn to deal with rejection early and often at an early age. We will always shoot for Beyonce.
Facts.
And then all of a sudden, we're like, okay. She said no. I got Rihanna. And okay, she said no. And then I get so-and-so. And all of a sudden, you down here.
I'm happy with Maya.
Then
Maya.
Then you all the way down here with somebody with a demo deal. She this big, one leg in a
Now
kickstand.
you got Lizzo.
But we will not go without. Listen, a man will not go without.
What is happening?
A woman will say, oh, well, I ain't going to settle because I need him to look like this and blah, 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 this whole ass checklist, and then they alone forever because they waiting on some dude that look a certain way. I'm going to tell y'all, my mama, so nobody say nothing bad about my mama out there. Bobby Jean says, old age ain't pretty.
No.
Everybody get old and ugly, so you better find somebody you like. I think that's gold. It sounds horrible.
No, it's the truth. I mean, you gotta find somebody who's a
So
friend.
why men or women? Let's pretend that they're both the same for this. Why do you think people? I can almost understand a woman in childbearing years. I'm trying to have some kids, and picking a husband or whatever. I think they should also look at how smart he is because that's
Yeah, because you don't want
genetics
these dumb
too.
kids. You don't want
But
you don't want kids
past
to be
that,
dumb and ugly.
I know
It's a
women who
bad
are not.
combination.
I know women who are not thinking about having kids.
Right.
And if you ask them about their checklist, okay, so I'm sounding slightly chauvinistic. I'll get on the guys in a minute. If you ask them about their checklist, they'll say God-fearing, loves his mama, loyal, communicates, makes me laugh, has some money. Find that guy who's, I don't know, maybe the same height as she is. Maybe he's not the best looking guy. Even though she named the top 5 things and he fit those, she'll say no. Let a dude who has another supposed top 5 walk through, but he looks like God's gift. She's sleeping with him.
Okay.
I just think that's
I think there's a
fucking
gap.
dumb.
There's a big gap between.
Am I wrong on that?
No, you're not.
You
but
got any
there-
friends who do that?
However,
you got any friends who
but I
sleep with
will
dudes
s-
who are no good, they ain't shit, they just look good?
Of course.
They're idiots, right?
Hello?
Say it. Call your friends idiots. Call them idiots.
Yeah, but if
Call them idiots.
as long as they keep that into a place where it makes sense.
That's the key. I think that's the key, Jenny.
Yeah.
I think if you're like he's tall, good looking, and dumb as fuck, I'm just gonna have some fun with him. But they often
That's
can't.
what you call
That-
it.
it never ends that way.
Often do that.
2 years go
It
by.
should be a
I wish he had some more
situation,
money
a
so we could do
situation.
this. Or I wish he, this.
Look,
It
Mrs.
never
Levy's
ends like
chiming
that.
in.
Who's that?
Mrs. Levy chimed in.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
I'm in trouble. Show's over. Got to go.
Gotta go. No, but you know what though?
that's fair.
There is generally a gap in between what people say they want and won't deal with and what they actually end up with and will deal with. There's a big gap because I have a lot of male friends. I grew up with a bunch of male friends, and all of them were talking all that shit.
They were just pretending
about
to be
she
your
gotta
friend.
be this and that.
Yeah, sure.
And I see what some of them married, and I'm just saying
Because
they're fine
we are
women.
true to ourselves.
But
Say
they're
some names.
not.
I bet you won't say no names. I bet you.
I will not say any names.
Scared of her friends.
But I want to be
giving it wise.
respectful. I want to be respectful. But no, but it isn't that they're not like attractive, but they're not, the prince. I mean, you know what I'm saying?
Well,
They're not the beauty queens that they made them out to be. I mean,
No,
they're good women.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. Chris said something earlier. We are conditioned to settle earlier in life than you all are.
Absolutely.
We settle knowing we're settling. You all settle and you don't believe you settled.
Right. They lie to themselves. Like,
You
well,
lie
when
to
he got
yourselves about
this,
that you
yeah.
settled.
Yeah.
And that's where the shit goes.
Everybody settles, people. Everybody.
Yeah, but nobody's perfect, so of course everybody's
No one's
Right.
perfect, right? But nobody wants to believe that they've been settled for.
Of course.
Like no one wants to think. Like no
Hey,
no woman wants to get with a guy. It's like, oh, he's just with me because he couldn't get Halle Berry and all the different women that you guys named earlier.
Right.
Nobody wants to.
I would like to.
Nobody wants to be.
I rarely do this on the show.
No.
I would like to address Mrs. Critic, the wife.
Salute.
Yeah, but she says some shit I don't agree with. So
It happens.
she says there needs to be some physical attraction between two people, though. I agree.
There does need to be some.
I agree. I
can't
agree.
look like,
but see,
you
that
know,
wasn't.
ass.
She's conflating the original statement. The original statement says they will sleep with Mr. Fine. We didn't say they will forego some
happening right
attraction for super fine that's hitting it. So, and also further stated,
Gina B now. Yes.
further show of hands, Gina B. Haven't you heard of if it's a nice person, and no, I'm not saying their butt ugly, but they aren't as nice as, but everything else fits. They make you laugh. You get along with them. You enjoy being with them. You enjoy time with them. I've dated women like that who weren't my typical look, but they become more attractive to me because they check so many boxes. I gave them a shot, and I just think some women don't do that. That's all I'm saying.
No, some women don't. Well, I think that I was just having this conversation the other day with a friend who was saying that there was a man that she knew who wasn't a particularly attractive guy at all. Okay. But
According to her.
according to her, I'm pretty sure by the way she described him, it might be empirical. Like,
How does she
I'm
look,
not
by the
sure
way,
that-
if you don't mind us
She's
asking?
cute. She's really cute.
Just cute?
You know her. You've met her before.
I don't want
Nope.
It's-
Keep going.
No,
pull up
let's
a
keep it
picture at
moving.
the half.
So she was saying that, she knew this guy who was not particularly attractive, blah, blah, blah. And I guess my camera is missing. Oh,
There
okay,
we
I'm
go.
back.
He got
okay,
you.
there we go. I'm like,
It was-
what's
we had
going
some
on?
technical difficulties.
I was Gina B for 5 minutes.
I was
Best
trying to
five
pretend
minutes
like
of
you
my
were
life.
that.
What's going on?
Best 5 minutes I've had.
But she was saying that this guy, where he won was that he, A, made a bunch of money. B, he made women laugh. Like, that's the thing. And you know what? That's what my fiance says, that, it's like if a man can make a woman laugh.
He can hit.
I'm not particularly susceptible to that myself.
Allegedly. You think you're not.
I'm
You're
really
a-
not. I mean, there've been.
You're not a guy.
Well, okay. I spent some time at Second City, so I would have gone through that entire. I mean, I
Me
don't
too.
really find it, But most women are just like, oh, but he's so funny, but then in this case, it was like, oh, he's so funny, he makes a lot of money, and then according to him, he's well endowed.
I was just about to say.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
the 1-2 punch, right?
Uh-huh.
And so,
If you ugly, you better have a big dick. I know that.
if you were ugly,
Yeah, exactly. You better be swinging that motherfucker.
you better have
around.
some money, and your below the waist game's got to be tight, right?
I know. Some people get lucky.
Get both.
Not gonna
All
even
three.
get
Got
it.
it all.
A man that can make a So I'm an okay looking guy. I don't claim to be
You're
the
pretty
best looking
fucking
guy.
good looking,
I'm all
Foster.
right. I'm okay.
You're pretty fucking good
I'm
looking.
okay. I swing for the fences though.
Exactly.
But it's the tongue game, and I don't mean that orally. You know what I mean. It's the
tongue game.
mouthpiece
Okay, well, yeah.
that wins. I'm cute enough to get in the door, but the jibber jabber.
He got it. He
Yeah.
does.
The gift of gab, it will really get you over.
Gina B.
Like a boring dude. I've
I'm-
dated guys who were fine and boring as fuck.
Gina B, I'm not going to answer this.
I cannot. I wanted to lay down on the table and just pass out one day when I was on a date.
That's
I
hilarious.
was like, oh Jesus Christ, can this one drink be over sooner?
You're horrible. You're not who I thought you were. But listen,
I'm exactly who you thought I was.
I need you to... Kay Allen,
Yeah.
one of our most I'm going to let Kay, Karen Allen, so you don't think that I'm chauvinist, because I'm not. Well, I'm reformed.
You're not
I'm going to
reformed.
let Gina B work on this. She said, these ugly dudes don't know they're ugly. Even ugly dudes act crazy. Now,
They do.
let me ask you this. Do ugly women know when they're ugly?
I think okay, let's not go ugly. Like a lot of women who I'm trying to think.
She don't want to sell the women out, but I know her answer.
No, but you know what?
4 out of 5 black women are what?
I think that
4 out of
most
5 black women are what?
gorgeous and
Overweight.
goddesses.
56% are obese. So who the fuck they calling ugly?
That does not mean ugly. There are a lot of men
Men are visual creatures.
Look, don't sleep
dudes
on the
look like a
dudes
big
that
girl.
enjoy big girls.
They fuck.
And that obesity number is
a man
always
to stick
kinda-
his
Well,
dick in a tree
But that
if the
obesity
tree will
number
make him
is
come.
racial, by the way.
Clinical obesity with that BMI number
Yeah,
isn't
it's
always
racial.
real, right? Like sometimes that obesity is not real.
I will challenge
But-
you and say that a C face on a woman with an A body gets way more play than that cute face. And
Oh, absolutely.
So
The
what are you
A-body-
talking about?
The A body gets so much play.
So what are we talking about?
So much play. But I'm saying don't sleep on the women who have extra pounds because there are men who enjoy that.
I don't think there's any
Extra cushion
I
for
don't
the
think
pusher.
there's
You
any
know?
I don't think there's any more finer percentage of women than men. That shit's the same.
Well,
So that's all I'm saying.
Agreed.
we
I think
just
it's
do
probably-
things.
Women seem to think it's a bunch of fine women out here and a bunch of ugly men. Y'all all born to the same parents.
Well, sometimes that connection can make
You know how they feel about their girls. Like, my girl's beautiful.
They lie to themselves
Well,
all the
inside.
time.
women can. I'll tell you what.
She got a beautiful spirit.
Women can do things. We can do things that will spiff ourselves up. But you know what spiffs men up is like big money grooming. Big money grooming takes a man to a different space.
Facts.
You know, when a man's got like, you can look at a guy and tell when he's got money, or at least he keeps himself up. Like, guy, he goes to the gym, so he's got a nice body. He, makes sure his teeth are straight, because the teeth tell the story. I'm telling you right now. His teeth are nice. He's got a nice belt on, nice shoes. He's put together. That takes a man several percentage points higher than his face ever could.
Not according to y'all.
Don't sleep. There's a lot of
Y'all will walk right by that.
the
Y'all
thing
will
is,
walk right by it.
dudes. You know dudes who
Let
amplify
Idris
their
Elba walk
game.
through in a raggedy ass t-shirt. They
One of my
breaking
friends
down.
told me, this is funny. One of my friends met Idris Elba.
He
Like,
smells bad.
yeah.
My wife
Did you hear
told me that
that.
she knows.
She told me he's as musty as a goat.
Yeah, she
and
said
I'm
the
like,
same thing.
A lot of chicks would hold
Gotta
their
be
nose
true.
and keep it moving.
Speaking
But-
of,
Why don't you jump in the shower with him?
do you
that-
agree with this? Miss
yeah.
Levy dropped some. Miss Levy, I told my real government name. Mrs. Critic said.
Everybody
everybody
say
knows your
government
She
government.
name.
said. She said women shoot too high and won't take lower,
Yeah.
even though all they can get is lower. Wow, I didn't say that. She said it, ladies.
Yeah.
Is that true? You represent
Well-
every woman in America
Right now.
Right now. They take lower. They don't take lower if they can. Well, I don't know.
The answer is yes.
The answer's not always though.
Oh wow, my God.
The answer, okay, so
no answer's
so
always,
it can be
but-
yes.
Exactly.
It can be yes until.
Avi's Ward said Kris is trying to kick it off. You goddamn
It's
right.
yes
I-
until.
Until what?
Until they get sick of being single. Okay, well maybe I will take a guy who, or age plays a part. I have a friend who is very you know, she's like, well, he's a nice guy, but like, I don't know, his shoulders aren't really that wide anymore, and he doesn't really work out. I'm like, look.
How old is she?
At this point, she's like 47.
Oh.
At this point, I'm like, girl,
Yeah. Talk to her.
like, I don't know what to tell you.
Talk
Like,
to her.
maybe you can inspire him. Because there are things that can change and things that probably will not change. And you have to know the difference.
I don't know where Karen Allen's going with this. I'm reading the questions now. She says, but men will mess with an ugly woman with big titties who gives good head. We'll mess with a woman with a big ass who gives good head, or a woman with a fucked up body who gives good head, or a woman who's skinny as fuck who gives good head.
A woman who don't give good head. We'll mess with anything.
If she's giving head, we might
or
mess with her.
fucking or messing.
Or
Messing
whatever.
is the key
You
there,
basically
though, right?
said
If she's
nothing.
looking at your shit the wrong way,
You
I
said
mean,
nothing
look.
profound right
Yeah,
there.
we'll mess with just
Oh,
about
and
anything.
you know what?
I just said we'll mess with it. If I saw that tree, if that hole in the tree could really
If it
arouse
looks
me,
soft.
I put exactly
It's greased
soften
up
it
just
up.
right.
Right.
I
There's
do it.
enough lube.
I do it. You know
I
I do
can
it.
get it in.
You got the swaying in the breeze just
You
just
know,
so.
it's a little sexy the way it's doing
just
that.
telling you.
But you know what though? Okay, so Mrs. Critic also says, and I think this is true, bad-looking men act up too.
All day.
This is what I'm talking about.
Maybe worse.
So,
Maybe worse.
and when they do,
Because y'all shitted on them and they messed their mind up.
When they
It's y'all
do,
fault.
let me tell you something. If you've gone out with a guy who is not attractive and he acts an ass anyway, you're like,
Sure.
I now want to kill you.
That's hilarious.
Like,
have
this
you
is-
gone out with an unattractive man
Dateline
ever?
Yeah.
I don't believe you. I want to
believe
see
it.
the picture.
Dated
Hold on.
seriously or going out
believe
with?
it.
Exactly.
Dated for a period of time.
Spent his money or dated him?
No,
Like he was your man.
but yeah,
Okay.
a lot of people didn't meet him, but yeah,
He was your. He had a huge tube belt. He had a nice tube belt.
you know. But I mean, my point though is that, you know, when they act up, and they will. One of my friends, it was so funny. She was a cute little thing. This is years ago. She was a cute little thing, and
Yeah.
but we're taking a snapshot of then,
Right.
okay? And she was dating this guy who. He was funny, and he was all those things that we talked about earlier. He was funny at the gift of gab. He dressed well.
Was he laying it
had
down?
money, and apparently he was, you know, laying some okay pipe, whatever, I guess. But he cheated on her, and I just remember they got into this really, really bad argument one day. It was so bad, and because he was fucking around,
Right.
and so I just remember she said, "You need to be on your knees thanking God you even got me." And I fell. I mean, that was the funniest thing. I've never forgotten
I'm
that.
saying?
It was
See
the
what I'm
funniest
Wait,
shit
they
I've
were having,
ever in
they
my
having an
life.
argument in front of you all?
Oh, it was like public.
She believed that too.
She absolutely believed that.
Yeah. And he absolutely replaced her ass the next day.
Exactly.
And
He was looking for a reason.
Easily.
he absolutely did. But I mean, realistically, I'm sure. I mean, I don't really know, but I'm sure he did because he's that dude. But she was like, I mean, it took months to convince her to even go out with him, and then he did what
And
he
he did
did, and
this.
then she was
So
like,
how does she react to that afterwards? Like if you get cheated on by a good looking dude, you're like, well, he good looking, I can see that. You lowered your standards to be with this dude and he still did you wrong. How does she bounce back from that? Or did she bounce back from that?
she bounced back.
Okay.
No, I mean, she was a cute little thing. So I mean, it wasn't like, I mean, you know,
So she's back out there.
she was back out there, but she was like kind of.
Still.
That was a notch on her. You know, that was
it was a little body blow.
That
It
was,
had
that
to
was
be
a
a
little.
body
That was
blow.
that was a blow, and it was also like, okay, that's a number that I shouldn't even have that number. You know what I mean? Like
That
that,
notch
even
should be removed.
that notch should be
So-
taken off of my right.
So we're going to take a break in a little bit. But,
Chris, you still got a whole page of questions. Have we even gotten to these things?
oh, no.
Oh, Chris always got a list.
At the end of this, I'll let you guys know how you know if you're involved with someone who's possibly superficial.
Okay.
So, but we're talking about, so we're going to take a break. I want you to, this is what we're going to come back with, and then we're going to go on to money or sex. Money after this, right? We're going to money after this.
Last.
Sex was last, yeah.
Right. So I want you all
Even
to
though
think
we've been
about
talking
this.
about
I
sex.
want you all to think about this because we're going to go to a break. Uh-huh. So now we've all talked about it. We've heard from the studio audience. Uh-huh. I just want to know, in
Strong
your
studio
opinion,
audience.
if society so far, at least today's time and age, and I know a lot of us due to, you know, social media and reality TV and Photoshop, are we too superficial? I want quick answers from you when we come back.
Okay.
And then we'll go on to money. Oh, quick announcement. No, it's not paid for, but she was a guest on our show, so I'm going to do it. Anybody who saw Goody Howard,
Oh yeah, Goody.
we had sexologist Goody Howard on our show last week. She does have a oral sex course coming up called Lick, July 23rd.
Men
Go to
and women can take it.
askgoody.com for details if you're trying to up your oral sex game.
That's for men and women, right?
I'm going to pretend it's just for women, but knowing Goody, it's for everybody.
It's for everybody.
Everybody needs to know how to lick. All right?
Everyone does.
We'll be back in
Gotta get
2
some
ticks.
tutorial.
Don't go nowhere. I love your energy, but we're going to heat it up. I'm going to start some fights. That's
Please,
just what I'm
yes,
going to do. I don't
please,
give no
please,
fucks.
Please.
All right. We're taking a break in a minute. We're back in 2 ticks.
Be right back.
All right.
Karen Allen says she
WIIFTBPM.
WIIFTBP. Media's just for you and me. WIIFTBP. Media's just for you and me.
Screen, crash system. Are you in need of spyware or virus removal from your computer? Well, contact RPC Computer Repair in South Shore and let us help you with all your computer repair services and print needs. Need office or print production services, copies, scans, fax, or even notary service? Then stop by and support RPC Computer Repair and Print Shop located 1741 East 71st Street in the 71st Street corridor, newly revitalized South Shore areas, and let RPC be your one-stop shop, where we believe RPC is your PC. RPC Computer Repair is also a UPS access point where you can drop off and pick up your important packages. So let RPC be of service to you. Call RPC Computer Monday through Saturday, 8 a.m. through 6 p.m. at 773-966-4457. That's 773-966-4457. Visit RPC at rpccomputeringinc.com for more information.
Yeah. Ooh, I miss your kiss. Oh, your kiss is one of a kind. It feels so nice. Girl, you do it right. I miss. Oh, girl, you don't go too fast. You take your time. Just how I like. I miss. Hey. Oh, you kiss it, then I'm drifting off your love. Keeps me floating, girl. I miss. And ooh, it feels so good. I wanna come down. Girl, I'm missing that love. Come on. Ooh, babe, I'm missing all those kisses. Baby, bring those lips to me. Oh, babe, I'm missing all those kisses. Baby, bring those lips to me. Come on. When you're not around, girl, I'm tweaking. I swear I be hearing things. Oh, and if I cannot have you, girl, I'm feeling. Oh, that's such a talent you bring. Yeah. Oh, and it's too long. If I can hold you in my arms, if I can find a real good love. That kiss is a drug to me. Baby, your kiss is all I need. Come on. Ooh, it feels so good, baby. Oh, come on. Ooh, babe, I'm missing all those kisses. Baby, bring those lips to me. I miss it already, girl.
Welcome back to the Kris the Critic Relationship Show.
Hey.
I am here with Gina B and B False. And the subject on tap for tonight, are we becoming too superficial in relationships? We just
Maybe.
spent the first half an hour talking. We went over a little bit on looks because I think, so
that's really the
a little
point,
superficial.
right?
So
Superficiality
my
is
question to
really
you two before we move on to the next topic, money. Do you think we as a society are too superficial, emphasizing looks?
I mean, we're set up that way right now
It's a
because
yes or no
we're in the
question.
Instagram. Yes, we're in an Instagram society. We're an instant gratification society.
Sure. Be false?
No, agreed. If the question is, are we too much? Are we? Yes. Is it too much? I don't know if I'd say it's too much.
You don't think it's too much?
I don't think it's too much.
Why?
We've already established that looks are the initial attractor most of the times, right?
Right?
So why not? Let's start on that good foot right off the bat.
Well, okay.
Let me ask you this, False. Have you ever met a couple who's been married 50 years and they say, well, I've been with him 50 years because he looked good?
Yep.
They
No,
don't say
I'm lying.
that. Exactly.
No, I'm not saying that that's the end all be all. I'm
Right.
saying if that's the initial attractor, let's go ahead and get that out the way.
But if we know that's not what holds a relationship together, why so much emphasis on it?
Okay.
because you got to have that to start. I mean, I guess you don't have to. Most people have to have that to start off, and then you figure out everything.
I agree with that.
That's
I agree
all
with
I'm
that.
saying.
But I also think attraction is
You want to
more than
look
just looks.
good for your spouse, and your spouse wants, your spouse wants you to look good. Like a lot of people, while they don't
I
stay
think it's a
together,
lot of people overshooting right now.
well, why they don't stay together for 50 years because he looks good. They also might step out at some point because they're looking at something else.
Well, there's a lot of reasons why they don't make it.
Right.
But
Of course there are.
So what I'm saying is though, now I get to pick
But
easier things that attract me physically,
We can-
and then I can figure out the rest. Whereas before,
we can debate looks all night. We got 17 minutes
Let's
left.
go.
I
Money.
will say, and it's a great segue, the number one cause for divorce in this country
No doubt.
is
money,
finances.
not because he was ugly, not because he or
Money.
she cheated, money. So we're going to go into money now.
cheated
So
and took my money.
are we too superficial
You know.
when it comes to money? Now, I will say that I can think of a couple.
Because he's got a list.
This is not the list.
Okay.
But I can't think of a couple of relationships that possibly got together because of money
Probably got together because
or
of money.
looks that didn't make it.
There are
These
lot
are some
of
celebrity
people.
couples. We can look at Brad and Angelina, two good-looking people. I think Angelina's a freak. But I think he left. I don't know Jennifer Aniston, but she seemed wholesome to me. Maybe because it was friends. I don't know. Diddy and Cassie. He's got
anything
got
related
money.
to Diddy, let's not
Cassie
even.
is fine as
Yeah,
fuck.
I don't know if we could put Diddy in
We
it.
can't put Diddy in there. Let's
All
not
right,
even
all
do
right.
that.
I don't know why I fuck Diddy.
Yeah.
What about Janet and Wassam, whatever his name was?
I don't even know how to explain that.
Well, somebody with a lot of money.
I think that
Somebody
was
good look.
yeah, I
My
think that was
point
the
is,
plan.
all this shit ain't working. You had Kanye and Amber. You had Amber and Wiz. You had Kanye and Kim. It's just, listen.
Celebrity
You
couples
had
are so
Rob and
rough,
Black
though.
China. I'm just
Who
saying.
had the money in that relationship?
Rob, I mean, compared to Black China
Or the
strip
looks,
club money,
really.
she had an inflatable booty, and that was about it. She was, but I'm saying, if we just look,
that's because people got used to pulling
look at-
strippers off the pole.
I
And
know it's
dating them.
celebrities, and that's not always Hollywood. Is not always real life. But if you look at real life, relationships based on superficial shit typically don't make it.
Yeah, because when you talk about celebrity relationships, though, that's what it's based on.
All the celebrity relationships are.
I mean,
Denzel's not with his wife. She's the finest woman on the planet.
well,
Even though he got don't you blaspheme Denzel. Up in here, one of my favorite actors.
Also not a celebrity, so that's a different thing.
But my point is,
staying with, I mean,
you got a lot of money. That's what she did. That's what she did.
It's not a perfect man.
No man are perfect. No women are perfect.
He's like egregiously imperfect.
A lot of women are egregiously imperfect. You will not attack manhood up here. This is not a feminine.
Manhood, but what are you saying about Denzel?
She's black.
What do you know about
She's
Denzel?
tripping hard. I don't even know who she
Is
is.
a legendary.
Have you slept with Denzel?
No,
So you don't know.
I have a friend who walked in on him in the bathroom once. So.
Okay, whatever. You didn't sleep with. You didn't see it. Your friend's a liar. All right, now look.
I wonder if she's watching.
Any NBA player
Yeah, NBA players.
with their
So let's be clear.
IG model reality show.
Like
My point is,
we got Chloe and Tristan Thompson. And you know the funniest thing in the world that I saw? Let's segue real quick. Sometimes I go into those little like smutty like Reddit kind of rooms, and they're talking about all the celebrity crap.
Right.
And they were calling Tristan Thompson TT, right? Tristan Thompson. That's not what it stands for. It stands for third trimester because that's what he leaves his women. I was dying.
That's hilarious.
Isn't that
That is fucking
hilarious?
funny.
They were
That's
calling
funny.
him third trimester.
That
I'm
is
writing
hilarious.
that down.
Write it down.
but
That's
listen, the reason
terrible,
I
but-
emphasize those, not because what you think. Celebrities, I think money in terms of everyday people is undervalued. I think there are a lot of women out here who are overvaluing looks and undervaluing the success of a man and the life he can provide them and their children. I think it's stupid. So I think it's undervalued.
Being smart with money. We're getting some complaints about our audio and feedback and stuff, by the way.
But you see what I'm saying, False? I never thought I'd say that. It just came to me right now. I think to cut a page out, shout out to the Asian women in the world. They're very calculating. They'll be like, is this
About to be in
racist?
trouble now.
Is this the last day of the
Look,
show?
This is not the end of zone show.
They passed a bill.
Is this the page? I can't even talk about them. They got a lot of protection right now.
Yeah, they're a
I'm just going to say that those women are, well, let me clean it up. I'm just going to say that those women are smart because they don't just look at looks. They'll look at the CEO and say, oh, he provided a nice lifestyle for me and my kids and my family. And while we got a lot of sisters out here saying, oh, he looked like he might fuck me good. Y'all got just the game is fucked up. I think money is undervalued. I got 3 daughters. Don't bring home no broke Negroes. Give a fuck.
Well, because
he better be good to you, and then he better have some money.
Money is
Yeah.
important. Money is important. But
Whatever
you know
the
what?
fuck.
Someone who is smart with money is
Okay, we
Sure.
Well,
Sure.
okay.
Sure.
Oh, we all assume that, right?
no.
No,
You
we
should not
shouldn't.
assume that.
Well,
You should not assume that.
Well, if
Because
he ain't
it's
got
like-
no money, he can't be smart with it. So don't even
Well,
be.
he doesn't have any.
So
he's
that's
not
all
smart
I'm
with
saying.
it. But my point is that you can't have a person like you're making the money and someone over here is fucking up the money.
That
Like,
ain't-
that's a bad combination.
Oh, absolutely. That ain't even.
Not only you're not making it, but you're fucking it up.
Absolutely. But
Yeah,
we're
it's bad-
saying
bad
there
combo.
are women and men who forego all of that because they want a big booty or they look good.
They learn.
I just
the
think
hard
that's
way.
dumb as fuck.
Well, and they figure it out.
I would like those people out here who value these looks. All y'all who said, well, he got to look good. I want to know what them looks are doing for your life.
Well, they can't be like
They
you
ain't
know.
doing shit for their life.
I mean,
Life
see,
was
we're
horrible.
Not,
That's
we're
it.
not on
Still
either end of
fucking
the
horrible.
spectrum, right?
Looks ain't doing shit
Doesn't
for
be
you.
the finest
Ain't
man in
paying
the
no
world.
bills, ain't paying no cell phone bills. I just said that to say money is important. That's all I was.
Money's important too. I mean, it's an equation, right?
Let's
It's
just
got to
get-
be an equation.
Let's
It's
go
got
right
to be
to-
a combination of. This is a
Wait a
nice
minute.
segue.
Let's get to the fun.
It's got to
one.
be a combination
Let's
of
go to
good
sex.
looks, money, and sex.
Let's go to sex.
Talk about it.
Gina
and
B.
values, but that's
We-
all.
And fellas, hold on real quick. Let me say this. Chris talked about the ladies a lot. Fellas, you get you a woman with some money too. Don't you sell your
all
short on that
motherfucking
shit.
day.
You get you a lady with some money. Ain't
You
nothing
take
wrong with
that-
Look, Brian. Is your wife watching?
Hold on.
It's not.
Is Dr.
Hold on, wait a minute, hold
It's
on.
not.
Okay, Dr. Foster's not watching.
Hey, you
But if
good?
she was.
Hey, wait. You funny brothers. You blessed below the belt brothers. You good looking bro. Use that. Change your lifestyle. Don't do like they do and just trick that shit off. On saying I showed up with somebody cute.
Upgrade, brothers.
Yeah, that's what you got.
Yeah, okay.
Now, Gina B,
Yeah.
sex. How important is sex?
Well, sex is pretty important. Is anybody watching that show Sex Life on Netflix?
Oh, should we be watching that?
Yes.
Babe, write that down. My,
Sex
my,
Life.
my wife
It's
is at home watching.
It's erotica.
Oh,
It is.
You gotta, you've gotta suspend.
Mrs. Kris the Critic, please
you've gotta
write that
send
down.
Some you gotta suspend disbelief.
It will help
Just
me out.
saying.
Will
that's
get
fine.
But yeah, just
I
watch
do
it.
that with Fast and the Furious all the time.
Watch
sex and
episode
life.
3.
I've never
That's
seen
all
The Fast and the Furious.
Oh my
Watch
god!
number 5.
Treat
I've never seen
yourself.
one.
Watch number 5.
Oh my
I've never seen
God.
E.T. I think Black Panther was the first with Marvel. Is it? Who does that?
That's Marvel. What are we talking about? No. Yeah, I mean, yes, that's a Marvel movie.
That's the
yes.
first. Is anybody else Marvel? Spider-Man Marvel?
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man.
So I saw
Iron
Spider.
Man,
I've only seen
Thor,
Spider-Man, Superman, and Black
Superman,
Panther.
That's
Black
a
Widow.
different thing.
I
But
ain't seen any
Black
of that.
Widow's new.
I haven't seen any of that.
Yeah.
All right.
Treat
so,
yourself.
anyway,
how important is sex, before she says important? What do you say?
how old am I?
I don't know.
You're pretty young.
No, I'm a 20s.
Your 30, 40s.
30.
30s,
It's
40s.
important. It's important.
It's important.
I think as you advance
Right.
in age,
Right.
Guys would rather have a sandwich than a good.
I want my, I don't
Occasionally.
want, I don't want-
Occasionally.
it doesn't matter what it's how you give it to me. If you give me a steak but you throw it under the door like that, I don't want it. But if you dress that motherfucker up, here's the steak. What do I always say? Be a kitten,
Not a
not
cat.
a cat. There are some older men sometimes get with younger women because they have no.
Bearing
He
in
could be
life.
the ugliest dude in the world, the smallest, and they'll just be like, "Oh my God, this is beautiful. I love it." He probably knows she's lying, but we just
So they want to hear it.
We need our ego fed.
Exactly. You need the ego stroked. I'm just saying.
If you can make me think,
If I'm 48 now, if I was single,
right?
sex would be 4th on my list.
Absolutely.
Okay, on your list, what are 1, 2, and 3?
Earning potential or
Uh-huh.
earning period.
Okay.
Looks, intelligence.
Okay.
I don't even need you to have great personality. I can fix that or work with that.
See, this is the thing. But see, you're smart because it's not about some things can change. Some
Absolutely.
things probably will not
Won't
change.
Yeah.
I
Someone's
agree.
character, that's not going to change.
Right.
Someone's
I mean,
propensity to be a good person,
listen,
that's not changing.
the reason
Someone's
have-
booty can change
y'all
these days.
y'all can revisit him, but I'm gonna get into the answer to the test. The reason a lot of these or people haven't found who they want, their soulmate. I don't think expectations match reality. I don't care how you say it. I think some people are superficial. I don't think that it's just bad luck that most people who are over 35, you've met somebody in your life that would have been a good fit, and you shitted on them. That's just what I think. But if you truly want a quality relationship, you gotta look at commitment, communication. They make you laugh, loyalty. Those sorts of things people bypass for superficial stuff. How generous are they? How much quality time you get? You know what I'm saying? Those are the things that before you say, look, so he don't make, that's the basics. You know what I'm saying? So now I do have a little list.
Not you.
And I'm going to run through it fast because I want to know what y'all think about it.
Do it.
I got like 8 things. If you're dealing with somebody and you're not sure, hold on, babe, the contractor for the patio called. And he probably don't give us the price. I'll tell you about when we get home. Now, 8 ways to know
Okay.
if he
Get
or
him to be a
she-
sponsor.
8 ways to know, exactly.
For sure.
8 ways to know if he or she is superficial, right? I'm going to run through them. I'm
Okay,
not
run
going to
through 'em,
talk
run
about them. Yup. So, number 8, let's hold off on making any big plans. Anyone who says that to you, you're not in their big plans. If you hear that, you're not, it's no fucking reason if you're their
think if I
fucking
said that.
soulmate, don't want to be in their plans. I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about it. I know from personal experiences, before I found Mrs. Right, I was risk averse. I didn't want to talk about shit that was uncomfortable. I don't see myself getting married. I mean, that's like,
I mean, well, shit.
that's where that's to be said.
Oh, no.
Or if somebody, now this is after sex only now. Only if they say this after sex. I feel so close to you right now. That's script, okay?
That could be after
or
sex and
if
lots
they
of
text you
cocktails.
this. If you get a text, and this must be, if they say it in person, maybe. But if you get a
Cocktails.
text that says, you're so easy to talk to. He's doing that shit while he's doing something else, so she is. Obviously, if they say, I won't be mad if you see someone else. Now, we did a whole show on polygamy or whatever.
Yeah.
We're going to assume, well, most people are in favor of monogamy. So if someone says, I won't be mad if you see someone else, they really don't care about you. I'm not sure. Wait, or somebody says this, I'm not sure what I'm doing this weekend.
Yeah, it's just not going to be with you.
Yeah, if they're not planning,
If they're not like, well, what are you doing? 'Cause I
if
wanna
they're
do
not
that too.
planning for you guys,
Right.
you're not in the picture.
You're not.
Number 2, and sometimes if 2 people are on the same page, this can be okay. Hey, come on over. The old booty call.
Yeah,
Now-
well, if they don't want to have any dates with you outside of their
Now-
home or your home.
This works. 2 people on the same page, but I can tell you, even if you are rarely are two people on the same page for long. Somebody wants something more. And lastly, I forgot. A birthday.
Anything.
A milestone. An anniversary.
I forgot to call.
I forgot your number.
Somebody says that shit. You're just not a fucking priority. I know it sounds simple. We're sitting here. I would say I may have heard some of this stuff before, and if they looked a certain way, I tried to fight through it because I'm so stuck on looks. It is what it is. Thoughts, conclusions. Be false. We've let Gina B go first. Gina B, you can wrap it up. Be false. What are your thoughts? We've talked about a lot.
We have.
By the way, Be False has a show coming up in the zone.
Stay with us. We stay right here.
If you're here,
Stay right here.
don't move.
We'll be leaving, but
But
Brian will be here.
I have two lovely guests coming in, and we're going to discuss the great debates:
Yep.
beach, pool,
I'm a pool girl.
movie.
Oh, I'm
Book.
I'm pool.
We'll talk about these things.
I'm definitely
Depends on
movie.
the movie book.
If you're a guy and you get a book woman, you keep her. I don't give a fuck. Cause she's something.
I'm going to argue most women are probably.
Look, before you all leave, I want to thank everybody for coming on. We're gonna give Brian a little while to prepare for a show.
Thank you, Brian.
But I want to,
No, thank
Brian,
you.
number one, thanks for joining in last minute, bro. We got to do some more time.
Oh, I got 2 seconds, real quick.
Go ahead.
Yes, we are all a little bit superficial, and I think it's okay. I think you just have to know where to bend your superficiality,
I think that's golden.
so it's not holding you back.
I think that's
from
gold.
your blessings.
And you have to be able to discern between what's real and what's fake
Right.
in your superficiality.
Before we log off, hey, listen, if you like the show, do me a favor, like Kris the Critic on Facebook, share the page. You know what? Next Wednesday, 6 p.m., I'm going to do it all again. Straight dope, no cut. Share this shit.
Share the
Tell
episodes.
somebody about
Share the
it.
episodes.
Every now and then, I give something away. So look, thank you all for coming out. We'll see you next week. Peace and love. Go with God.
Blessings.
See y'all in 5 minutes.
WIFTV PM.